Hey guys, Todd with Great Escape Farms here. I'm going to do some harvesting of muscadines today, but before I get into that, I want to actually talk to you a little generic information about muscadines. So the muscadine has a scientific name of Vitis rotundifolia. It is a grapevine species that is native to southeastern and south central US from Florida to Delaware and from eastern Texas to Oklahoma. The muscadine fruit range from bronze to dark purple, and I actually have both here, to black, kind of a blackish color when they're ripe, with a few varieties staying green when they're ripe. There are over 300 varieties grown in the US. Many need a pollinizer, but some are self-pollinating. Black self-fertile muscadine can pollinate a bronze female muscadine vine, and vice versa. Female vines range in, female muscadine vines average 50 to 60 pounds of fruit per plant and 60 to 80 pounds of fruit per muscadine vine. They grow well in sandy loam and full sun. Muscadines are hardy in zone 7 through 9, although I actually have some in zone 6 out in West Virginia, and right now they seem to be doing okay. They should not really be grown in regions where the temperatures are frequently below 10 degrees Fahrenheit. They will be more cold hardy if planted against a south-facing wall. They are very pest resistant and require little to no spraying. Muscadines have a tight, non-shedding bark, warty shoots, and unbranched tendrils. The leaves are slightly lobed, 2.5 to 5 inches wide, and with serrated edges and an acuminate point. The round 1 to 1.5 inch fruit have a thick, tough skin and contain up to 5 hard, oblong seeds. Muscadine grapes start ripening in mid-September to late October, and I am near the end of September here right now and just walked out and realized that these were ripening up on me, so now is a good time to be picking them. There are several patented varieties out there as well. I have 2 varieties that used to be patented, known as Ison and Late Fry. They were patented, but the patent has run out because patents only last for 20 years and they have been out for longer than 20 years. However, I cannot sell them as Ison or Late Fry at my nursery because they are trademarked, and trademarks last longer. I think it's 75 years for those. So they are still, those names are still trademarked. So let's get into the individual muscadines that I have here. So I'm standing in front of the Ison Muscadine. The Ison Muscadine vine is a beautiful black variety that is the best self-fertile available. The Ison Muscadine contains 19% sugar and has an excellent size and production. The Ison Muscadine skin is edible and is the most nutritious part of the grape. The fruit ripens uniformly early to mid-season. They like full sun, moist, well-drained and soil, and they are deciduous. The mature height is 10 to 15 feet, and they are hardy in USDA zones 7 through 10. So the way that you harvest these is you just simply reach up and give a little tug on them, and they come off, usually without much of a stem. Actually, these 2 do have stems on them. Let me add them to a bowl here that I'm going, and I'll just kind of push off on them. So when they have color to them, they are ripe. And I was trying some earlier. They're sweet. Down low here where I'm at. Let's see, where was I? I found some in here that were not quite ripe. There we go. So you can see right here that I have one that is, it's very, very light purple, so it's still ripening, and right next to it is one that's still green, so it has a ways to go. So, and again, to harvest, you just pull and pull, and they look like that when they come out. And I will go in the kitchen and cut one open, show you what the insides look like. I will tell you they are very, very sweet. I had some just a moment ago. Okay guys, so I have the muscadine the Ison Muscadine here. I'll go ahead and cut it up. Actually, first thing I did is I went and I washed them. I just rubbed them between my hands like this under the water, and then I did the same thing on the paper towel. I put them in between and rubbed them back and forth. So just go ahead and do a little cut right here, and I managed to squash it a little bit. Let me pull my glasses down here. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I thought I saw another one here. No, this one just has 4. So that falls in between the up to 5 seeds. I don't know if you've ever tasted concord grape or not before, but this is very similar to a concord grape. The outer skin is a little bit tough, but it's very, very sweet. And the green part here, the inner part, is rather sour. So not quite as sour as what a concord grape is. But you can just take the whole thing and shove it in your mouth and just spit out the seeds. I did that when we were outside, and has a very, very good taste to it. This is a lot chewier, and the skin itself is a lot thicker on this than a regular concord grape is. But very, very similar flavor there. So that's it for harvesting Muscadine grapes. There's lots of different recipes and stuff you can do with these. You can make wine, you can make jam, you can eat it fresh out of hand. Lots of stuff you can do. For what I have here, I'm not gonna have a whole lot. This is the first year that they fruited for me. So I'm gonna end up with several dozen here. So I'll just pick half a dozen or so a day and pack them in my lunch and take them into work with me. So that's it for this episode. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and also checking out our blog post at greatescapefarms.com. Thank you very much for visiting.